Welcome to Deadlands Dime Novels, The Adventures of Young and Holt, Issue 30, The Gift. I'm your narrator, Ernest Wick, intrepid reporter for the Tombstone Epitaph. In this issue, Joshua Young succeeds in getting a chance to speak to Reddington, if he can stay sober, and Porter receives a present surprise from Jasmine and makes a risky confession to Regina. This should be interesting, so let's see where they're at.
Want to play a hand of cards?
Sure. Is that your friend?
It is. I don't know who he was talking to, though.
I don't recognize him.
But he did leave with Bluntcoat.
Oh, yeah, right. That's that guy that you were telling me about.
So, maybe he's...
Do you think they're working together?
Wait, who?
Well, your friend came in with him, right?
Well, he came in with the other guy, yes.
Yeah, with the other guy. And then that other guy just left with that blonde coat guy that you were telling me about.
Do I think my friend's working with him?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
Because last time we ran into him, he shot one of his bodyguards and killed him.
Do you know that he was dead?
That's a good question.
I mean, how long have you known this Joshua guy?
I met him in Albert Lee, and he has saved my life more than once since then.
Okay.
From Annabelle, from the Five-Legged Man, from Martial Arts. He dueled and didn't kill the sheriff, but he fought several others while rescuing you. I have no reason not to trust him.
Okay.
More, I think, is that we discussed it, that maybe, in order to learn Blondcoat's plan, he is getting close to him.
Oh.
It was our option number 3. And maybe he would like to join us in a hand of cards that he sees us playing. And it would be purely casual and means we aren't friends at all. Or know each other. As I say this, I give this really big wink. Then as my eye kind of glances over at Joshua.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's. So you can invite him over.
Well, I think we'll play, and then I'm hoping he'll catch the hints.
Okay.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. All right.
Besides, I haven't played you in a while.
No. You haven't.
I'll try not to play too hard.
That's okay. Good. Appreciate it if you wouldn't cheat like you do.
I don't know if I can promise that. There's really only one way to play if you want to win.
Honorably?
Honorably. It's my skill. I've offered to teach you.
I know. All right, deal cards. Let's go.
Slap a dollar down on the bar for a bottle. Take a couple sips out of it. See that the game's going on. Pack my pipe. Light that up. Start smoking on that a little bit. More sipping on the bottle for show more than drinking. And after a couple of hands, I'll head over to the table and I'll bump his chair as I'm walking over to sit down.
And that's when it just goes, ooh.
I knew you had one of those. I knew it.
Hey there, Dandy. Mind if I sit down and play a game with you?
Sure, why not?
Ma'am.
Hi, stranger.
Deal 'em in.
So how long you been in town?
We just arrived with, the last train or so.
See anything interesting?
A lot of busy people.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I was a little tired, so I kind of took a nap. The room's here are nice.
Took in a show over at Papa Sean's traveling group.
Oh yeah.
Might not interest the lady, but might interest you gentlemen. Dancing girls and such.
I saw somebody going up and down the street yelling about that show earlier today. Careful with the bottle there.
I'm enjoying my drink tonight. Nothing seems to come easy.
No, that doesn't. What about you? You see anything interesting today at all?
Well, there was that show. Heard a lot of rumors about, hate to say things so unsavory in front of a lady, but
that's quite all right.
Murders and such happening around.
I have heard people talk about that. Sounds very dangerous. Sounds more dangerous than usual.
Yeah. You gonna deal those or just shuffle
them? He's been a little nervous. He lost the first hand, so.
And I actually did, which is really messing with me. My rhythm's off. Your friend not going to join us?
Oh no, I'm discussing a job opportunity with him.
That's so.
Yep. So I'm taking somebody who shuffles the cards as fancy as you in town for the festival.
Yes, I actually visited Bill's where he got shot earlier today.
Oh, you went and looked at that, huh?
I did.
Oh.
I ran into some people.
Was it worth the sight?
I think it was. When I went in, Charlie Rich, Con Stapleton, and Willie Massey were all sitting around.
Some big names.
Yeah, those, if I remember my history right, they were the ones who were there.
Right.
When he got shot. Yeah.
I think they were celebrating? Memorializing?
Honoring the memory.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I sold a horse.
Did you get a good price for it?
I did.
I ran into a guy this morning who was wanting to buy a horse. Samson Woodward, I think his name was.
I think that's him.
Oh, yeah. Glad he found a horse he was looking for.
Well, that's kind of a coincidence, I guess, in a way.
Well, talking to the livery owner, horses are scarce around here.
Yeah. As long as they're not the ones getting murdered, I guess. Horses don't come cheap.
Now, speaking of horses and the murders, I heard a rumor the one committing the murders was a horse-legged man-giant.
Horse-legged man-giant.
So he had the legs of a horse, but he was a giant.
That is correct. The legs of the horse might have contributed to the fact that he was tall.
That would make a lot of sense, I guess, if he had... How would he bend down to pick anything up?
Well, it sounds like some rumors the drunk could be spreading.
That's...
I think he said something about it having a limp, too. Horse-legged limp.
Horse-legged limp and band giant.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I can't remember if it was one leg that was horse-like or two. May have contributed to the limp if it was just one.
About this time, Porter, you feel a presence kind of behind you. You see Regina's eyes kind of go up. You feel a little bit of presence behind you. And then Joshua, this person walks into your field of view. It's a very well-dressed woman. She's a very exotic look about her face. Her skin is a bit more... alabaster in a certain way as far as her appearance, but her hair's done up, very pretty, very nice dress on, the gloves, the whole thing. She comes and she walks behind Porter, slows a bit as she does, and she kind of leans down and in, but it's not like she's putting her arms around you or anything like that, but she in fact she makes sure she doesn't touch you, but she leans in and she goes, Porter Holt, looks like you're still playing cards. You just can't quite get enough. Is that right?
Evening, Miss Jasmine.
How are you? Sorry, folks. Ran into Porter earlier today. We played some cards. My name's Jasmine.
Hello, Jasmine. He's been bubbling on about you.
Oh, well, aren't you something? Kind of taps you on the shoulder. Yeah, you're something, says Regina. You're welcome to play cards with us if you like, Miss. No, actually, if I could interrupt your game just momentarily, I just wanted to have a word with Porter in relation to the game that we played earlier, if you don't mind.
No
I
problem.
mean, you can
man.
finish your hand, of course. I'll be just sitting right up over there at the bar, as a matter of fact. She looks at you, Joshua, briefly. You look a little tired, sir. Enjoy your whiskey.
Will do. I'll sleep good tonight.
Miss? She's good. When you get the time, Porter. And your fingers do then brush against your shoulder a little bit as she walks away and goes and takes a spot up at the bar and gets herself a drink. Regina looks over at you. I don't recall you mentioning. Was she at that game earlier? I don't recall you mentioning that name. You said Con Stapleton, Charlie Rich, and
Those were the names I thought you'd recognize.
I do recognize those names. Oh, so you're withholding a little bit of information. Well, you gotta tell the whole story.
Ma'am, sir, I don't need to get involved in this.
There's nothing to get involved in. We're just playing cards. I'm just
Yeah, see, your hand's already being dealt.
I have to stay. Please, by all means, stay.
When I went to the Wild Bill thing, I ran into them, and they invited me to finish the card game with them because one of their number was leaving.
Oh.
And so I did. I didn't say much because they're all very dangerous men, and I really didn't want to get shot.
That's fair.
The way she's dressed, she looks pretty dangerous.
She is... Porter gets a little pale at this point. Not from Regina, although that was the first thing that came to his head. But it's more, he gets more pale. He's like, she scares me. There's something about her that doesn't feel right with me. I'm going to make sure that I don't walk out of sight with her because I don't know what she can do.
No, I think your friend's right. She probably is pretty dangerous. She certainly looks dangerous, that's for sure.
So,
well, you probably best go talk to her.
Oh, look, you won!
Lucky me.
Okay, make sure my hat's on. I double check my gun. And then I get up and head over in her direction.
She's talking to another gentleman, but as you approach, she looks at him and says, "Excuse me, sir. This is the gentleman I was waiting for, and I just need to have a little conversation with him, and then we can continue our tete-a-tete, if you don't mind." So she turns to you as you sit down. She slides a drink over to you. I took the liberty of ordering you a drink.
If you don't mind, I'm good. The last thing I ate from someone else didn't go well.
How are you, Porter?
I'm very nervous and wondering why you are following me.
Porter. She leans in a little bit. She goes, "You don't have anything to be nervous about. In fact, if you're not going to accept my drink, I hope that you would at least accept the next thing I'm going to give you. Let me..." She looks around. I think I have been... I've tried to be obvious in regards to what it is that people like yourself and people like me have that others don't quite have. I see you nervously fidgeting with your cards. Now, I have gotten over that habit. Let's just put it that way. But I understand their necessity, and I still engage in their use from time to time. And I want to make sure, because judging by your mannerisms and judging by the way in which you carry yourself and other things, I'm guessing that there's still a little ways that you have to go in regards to your unique abilities.
Okay.
And that's a fair answer. There's no need for you to acknowledge that, I guess. But I want to say in a genuine way, I am here to assist. Not in a mentor fashion. I'm far too busy for such things. But I know that sometimes, let's put it this way, the card-based negotiations that we have to go through sometimes don't go in our favor. That can be a little troublesome.
Losing is never fun.
No, not in those games, right?
No.
No, exactly. She reaches into a little clutch purse that she has, and she produces a playing card, and she lays it face down in front of you. There's a little gift I would like to extend to you. You can tell by looking at it, it's old in this way. It's not like archaic, but it is old. Now, if you would be so kind as to put your cards down next to it.
I have to make some sort of roll.
Okay.
Whether he would do this.
All right.
Because it's two things right. Of course, he's a scaredy cat.
Yes.
And he doesn't trust her.
No.
But he's had, on the average, fairly good luck with his abilities. Such in fact that he contributed heavily to killing the five-legged man and stood his own against the singer, heavily weighing on those. Mm-hmm. And learning more about them or whatever she's offering would be very important to him. In fact, he's not going to make a roll. He's going to look back towards Regina.
All right.
For a couple moments, and then put the cards down.
You place your cards down next to the card that she has there. It takes about 15, 20 seconds or so, and you see the design that is on the card that she placed. It begins to shift and move, and the illustration that's on there starts adjusting and swirling and morphing, and the creatures or the things that are drawn on there also begin to change shape. And after about a minute, it has changed its shape, its backing, to completely match the backing that is on your deck of cards. She says, "Oh, there we go. There, and I'll fit right in your deck there." She flips it over, and you see it's the King of Hearts. There you go. That's a special little card. You just go ahead and you can put that right in your deck there. That is going to help you when it comes to dealing with those otherworldly issues.
How exactly?
It's hard to explain, but it can. The best way I've found is that sometimes when you get tricked by those individuals, things can go very bad. It can lessen that impact. Or, if you don't want to use it that way, it can help you offset the threat of dealing with them. Let's put it that way.
Okay. That sounds useful.
It's very useful. It's very useful. And in an ironic sense, I do have to be going. In fact, I'm planning on leaving tomorrow. But if you ever find yourself out Denver way, Porter, please by all means feel free to seek me out. I think if you know your cards as well as I think you know your cards, it should be very easy to find me.
I will keep that in mind.
It was very much a pleasure to play games with you today.
You played a lot of games with me today, yes.
Yes, and I also enjoyed playing cards with you. She smiles, and there is something just stunning about her smile, in the sense that it hits you on a number of different levels, from just a pure raw animal, oh my gosh, this woman is incredibly attractive, to just either it sets you at ease, it sets you at unease, it it worms its way into your psyche. Yeah, it gives you this symphony of feelings about it. But she smiles. She places a gloved hand on the top of your hand, and she goes, "I must retire for the evening, but again, it was a pleasure. Whatever your business here is in Deadwood, you take care of yourself, because I would very much like to see you in the future."
I always take care of myself.
Good. That's good. With that, she gets up and she walks out.
Bar's going to sit there for a minute or two.
All right.
He's going to immediately fish out the card. Going to stare at it for a bit. Try and figure out if there's anything different about it just by staring at it.
Make me a spellcasting roll.
3.
You're not picking up anything different about it.
Nope.
As far as you can tell.
I am still jittery and all that stuff. And finally, I will get up and walk back over to the table and sit down.
Was it a good conversation for you two?
Looks like you lived.
Yeah.
I did. I've gotten pretty good at that.
She looked very happy when she left.
Well, now that your chaperone's back, ma'am,
All right.
I'm gonna need to crawl in the hay.
Okay.
As I get up, I'm gonna knock the chair
wait.
over, and then like kind of bumble with it, setting it back up. Bump into the table, pushing everything. Almost forgot my bottle.
Yes, don't forget your bottle.
I just give you a wink as I say that.
And you were just waiting to see if Ike and Reddington came back, correct?
Yeah, you'd be able to tell not only through the liquor, but Josh was just a little melancholy.
Okay.
As you are leaving to make your way over to the stairs to go up, actually make me a hearing-based notice.
Oh, great.
Let's have some fun with your disabilities.
A 2. Minus my wound would be a 1.
All right, you continue upstairs.
Out of curiosity, as I'm going, since I'm kind of stumbling and playing around with it,
Yeah.
that section of wall that they disappeared behind, is it around the stairs at all?
It's
Like on the way to the stairs?
well, you could certainly make it on your way to the stairs. Yeah,
I was gonna
stumble
with
aside.
your drunk acting. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna basically try to stumble up against, and as I'm pushing off the wall, look to see if I notice any handles, levers, anything like that.
Make me a regular notice check then. This is sight-based.
4 with my wound penalty.
You can, as you're moving along, you keeping up the drunk thing, and you're kind of tapping a little bit, and you do find a spot where not hollow. You steady yourself a little bit against the wall, and as you turn, you see Ike worming his way through the tables coming at you. Right about that same time, one of the girls of the Bella Union is coming up to you, and Ike gets to you right about the time that she's about to put her hands on you. He's like, he's not interested. He's not interested. Just go. Just go. You still drinking?
Well, I gotta sober up, but not tonight, right?
I was gonna have you talk to him tonight, but we can wait till tomorrow.
Okay.
You gonna be conscious in the morning?
Where you want me?
Just stay down here. We'll come and find you. Do you need some help getting up the stairs?
Throw my arm around him, lean into him heavy, breathe a nice drunken breath right in his face. Didn't know you cared, Ike.
I don't. But I don't want you to embarrass me
Okay.
in front of my boss.
Since I'm getting in this close, I'm just going to size him up and see what he's packing.
Okay.
And that would be a 3, so no.
He maneuvers you and gets you at least up to the landing.
Yep.
Pats you on the back. Goes back down the stairs.
I'll give him a wink. Not gonna tuck me in, and then I'll laugh.
Porter, what are you doing during this?
So I'm going to come back. I'm going to sit down and watch him go off and stumble, and then I'm going to turn to Regina. I'm going to say, I have something to show you,
Okay.
but upstairs.
Okay. Are you trying to make something up to me? Is that what this is?
Well, kind of, in that I can explain more what Jasmine was about.
All right. Let's go. I'm curious.
Okay.
Let's go.
I wait till he's made his way up and gone,
Okay.
and then I will head up.
As you go up there, she asks you, "Is he drunk like that all the time?"
Usually not when it's important.
How does he know when is important, when isn't important? All right. Yes, you easily can get back up into your room.
Okay. I'm going to sit down. You know how I'm lucky?
Oh yeah.
How I have these hunches?
On more than one occasion, you've probably proven to be right.
And when after she agrees with me, I'm going to spend a PowerPoint,
All right.
and I'm going to use a single card, just the weakest power possible, and just kind of hit it down into the table so it sticks and it gives a little glow.
You do that, and she stumbles back. You see her hand instinctively just go towards the gun that's on her hip, and she looks at you very warily.
That's when I take my hands off.
What the hell did you just do? How did you do that?
I can do some things that many people can't.
Well, I don't know anyone who can do that.
There's probably more people out there than you suspect.
What are you talking about? What else can you do?
Not much. I get hunches.
Everybody gets hunches.
And my hunches are very clear and accurate.
Okay. What else?
And now this one, this might come as a surprise to you, but I lay the cards down, and I reach over into a pocket. I pull out another card, and I will spend a PowerPoint to do that too.
Okay.
And this may not seem like much, but sometimes there's things that just when I need them, they come out of my pocket.
Well, like what? That's a card. So what? You probably had that card in your pocket. That's probably how you cheat.
I wish. Well, I have cheated using it before, but that's not cheating like I would teach you.
So if I tell you to pull something out of your pocket, you can do it.
If it's small enough.
If it's small enough. A bar of soap.
And I will reach in and please don't ask me to do it. It's really exhausting.
You're possessed.
No.
Well, that sounds like something a possessed person would say.
It does.
How long have you been able to do that?
Actively?
She slowly reaches over and then just very quickly grabs the bar of soap.
It's actually...
This is real. Is it real?
Yeah.
How long have you been able to do this?
Actively, I've noticed it past couple weeks. Yeah, the card trick was since the encounter with the five-legged man.
So those stories that are actually really real, because I was just humoring you. I just figured that was just, you like to tell the stories. That was real? So that stuff was real, because what you just did with that card, that no one can do that.
I've not lied to you, Regina.
What about your friend Joshua? What does he do? Is he like you?
He shoots things very well.
But I mean, shoot things like you throw cards?
No. As in, he has many guns and he shoots them very well.
So he's just a drunk and a gunslinger.
Joshua doesn't know I can do this. He may have suspicions, but I've never told him.
Well, yeah, because he might shoot you.
Maybe.
You can't do. You. Somebody sees you doing that. I know you, and I think that there's something inside of you that's not right. And somebody else who doesn't know you, they're going to kill you.
Possibly. So you see why I'm telling you up here?
When we were in Minneapolis, you weren't there for this, but I saw them trot out somebody who played a lot of cards like you, and they said that he was cheating, at cards. But somebody else in the crowd he was a preacher, I think. He was saying that he actually was possessed by the devil, and then they hung him. Do you think that he was like you?
Maybe. I can't tell if other people have this, if they have it.
So what does this have to do with that Jasmine woman?
I think she knew. When I was at Wild Bill's, I got one of my hunches, and she may have noticed.
You got a hunch about Wild Bill?
Mm-hmm.
What was your hunch about Wild Bill? I mean, he's dead. What is there to hunch about?
So you know those rumors about him not being dead?
Yeah, I've heard people talking about that, but that's, I mean, come on. They're people like your friend Joshua. They just drink too much.
So I have a hunch.
Your face starts to go blank. You don't you tell me that he's alive. Don't you tell me, because he was shot. There is witnesses. I don't even want to hear that coming out of your mouth.
I will not say it out of my mouth then.
Oh, Porter. She sits down in the bed, puts her head in her hands. I don't even know what to say.
There's two big reasons why I'm showing you this. One, because I trust you. I've known you for a long time.
Okay, all right.
Second is that I want you to know what you're getting into by hanging out with us.
Why do you...
Now you remember those stories I told you?
Okay. All right.
Joshua makes light of it. He makes fun of my horse-legged man beast thing.
Yeah.
But in my mind, for all I know, that could be real. It scares the shit out of me.
Doesn't make me feel right settled either. All right. Okay. Well, you've given me a lot to think about. Wait a minute. So this horse-legged giant thing with the limp, are you thinking that you're going to find this? Did you get a hunch that you were going to run into this thing?
Oh, I have no idea. But remember I told you about the giant tomb thing? That man, Samuel, the blonde coat.
They're all together.
And he was at the tomb.
You think that he's behind it? That he's? Well, we should just go down there. Let's go get the sheriff right now.
And the sheriff's going to believe me?
Yeah, that's right. Hell, I barely believe you. All right. So this is almost something you're just going to have to take care of. Does Joshua know? I mean, does Joshua suspect that? I mean, has he put all this together as well? Even though he makes fun of it. I mean, does he think that?
I would assume so.
Oh boy. All right.
It's hard to tell with him sometimes. You may have noticed. He likes to pick on me.
Yeah, he does. I think when he does pick on you, though, I have to admit, I think that there's a little bit of affection behind all that with him. I think in a way, I think he does care for you.
I don't want to think about that.
I think you should, because keeping a secret from him like that, if he does care about you, is, that's not a good thing. That's a betrayal. sometimes people don't really react real well to betrayals. You know, if they have a long history with you, then maybe they can overcome that. But if the two of you don't have much of a history together and there's a betrayal there, I'm just saying, I think that there could be a problem.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. We've worked out our problems as far as that goes. And now we have a new set of things that I have to think about. So I think I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to go get a good stiff drink, and I'm going to come back up here and then go to bed.
Okay.
All right. Would you like one?
No, I'm good.
All right. She goes to leave, and then she turns and she says, looks back at you. I'm sure that wasn't easy for you to tell me, and I do appreciate you making that effort, and it's nice to hear you say that you feel that you can trust me in that way. Well, it looks like both Regina and Jasmine are now closer to Porter, but maybe not in the way he expects. And tomorrow is shaping up to be a big day for Joshua, and likely in a way he doesn't expect. Find out in our next issue, Face the Sin. The part of Joshua Young is played by Brent Rich. Porter Holt is played by Brad Smith. And your intrepid marshal is played by Chris Hussey. Deadlands and Savage Worlds are the property of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Learn more about their great games at their website, peginc.com. And of course, thanks always to our friends at Fear the Boot. Support their Patreon at patreon.com/feartheboot. Intro music provided by the Eaglestone Collective. Sound effects by Plate Mail Games. Hear what they have to offer at platemailgames.com. Contact information for the cast as well as music links can be found in the notes on our website, youngandholt.com. If you enjoy these issues, please consider dispensing a lovely 5-star review on wherever you do listen from. Search for Fear the Boot Actual Play. It's kindly appreciated. I'm Ernest Wick for the Tombstone Epitaph. And remember, if you bestow a gift to someone and expect something for it, then that's called a trade.